There's a big leap between knowing the brand that exists in a category, and then it coming to mind and being preferenced in a purchase. So though that step between just brand awareness and purchase intent at the time of purchase is a big leap.
It's a big
leap. What would you say to that? Because a lot of the ad world is all about brand awareness. There is a lot of marketers who, and science around memories, right? And memories being this latent purchase trigger. And it's all about sort of mental availability, i.e. the brand coming to mind at the time of a purchase decision. And that is inherently sort of an intangible construct that lives inside people's brains. So then there's a lot of brand tracking studies and that use modeling to then track, what is that recall? Is it sort of top of mind, or is it aided recall? And then sort of use that as a generic barometer for then sales. But obviously there's a big leap between knowing the brand that exists in a category, and then it coming to mind and being preferenced in a purchase. So though that step between just brand awareness and purchase intent at the time of purchase is a big leap.
It's a big leap.
What would you say to that? Because a lot of the ad world is all about brand awareness.
I think brand awareness is a valuable thing to measure. I think that there is value to having brand awareness. It's better if more people are aware of your brand than not. I think the way brand awareness is measured makes it very difficult to do really sophisticated analyses on it. So in general, it's a survey, once a month, right? Is like the max I've ever seen someone run one of these surveys. And so your data are very thin and often these surveys are very noisy because they're very expensive, right? So you're interviewing like 500 people max. And so your confidence bounds on like how much awareness you have is quite wide. And so it's very, very difficult to be able to say, okay, we spent this amount of money. It drove some change in brand awareness that was outside of that uncertainty bound. That's very hard to do just period for any brand within that short amount of time. And then, as you said, be able to make that connection to purchases that are happening is also very tough to do. So I think, in general, it's a good thing to keep an eye on. I do think it's a good thing to measure brand awareness that are we gaining brand awareness? But I think it's very hard to bring that into a rigorous performance marketing type of orientation because of all of those measurement problems and the difficulty to draw the line between changes to brand awareness and changes to either media spend on one side or purchases on the other.